Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Tonight's topic is going to be, you were enough then, now, and always. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So what does this mean? It means many times in the relationship with the narcissist or post-narcissistic relationship, you will be questioning yourself, like, was I enough? Did I do enough? Did I contribute enough? Am I good enough? You'll be asking things like that. And remember, the narcissist, when you were in the relationship with them, or perhaps you're still in it looking to exit it, they want you doubting yourself. They do not want you believing in yourself. And the reason why that is because, again, they want to put themselves high on the pedestal and keep you low on the pedestal. So you're always looking to them for adoration, for confirmation, for everything possible. That's what they want. They want you below them. And this is a fact. This is exactly how the narcissist works. Remember, love bomb / euphoric stage, when things were all puppies and rainbows and everything was great. And this goes for any relationship. Like I said, it could be a neighbor, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker, it could be romantic, whatever. But during this stage, things were great. And this person who turned out to be the narcissist, you thought they were too good to be true. Well, they were. Now we know that. But what they did is they had you doubting yourself and wondering, am I good enough? Like, did I contribute? Did I love enough? Was I empathetic enough? Did I give enough of my resources? The answer to all those questions are resounding yes, of course, you did. And the narcissist took, and when they were done, they tried to take more. So if you are doubting yourself or questioning yourself, was I good enough? You were good enough. You were good enough way before you met the narcissist. And you are good enough now that you're watching the video. And again, thank you very much for being here. And you will always be good enough. You see, it's the narcissist that is not good enough. It's not you. And really understand my message here. You see, the narcissist needs individuals to feed off of. They need people as sources of supply to regulate themselves. It's the narcissist that is not good enough. Think about what I'm mentioning to you. Did you take in the relationship? Of course you didn't. You gave to a fault. Perhaps you had no boundaries. Perhaps you were a people pleaser or a yes person. And also, maybe you didn't learn how to say the magic word no. And that is okay, because here you are now getting galvanized, becoming awakened and aware, and getting stronger each and every day. But understand completely my message here. You are enough. You were enough, and you will always be enough. Why? I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, who do you have to answer to? That's right. You have to answer to yourself. Because no longer are you an extension of the narcissist. No longer has your identity been stolen. No longer are you being abused financially, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, physically. You're not being abused any longer because the narcissist is in the rearview mirror and they're off doing whatever they're doing. God bless them, the best of luck. But what you're doing is you are learning, you're growing, you are teaching if you can. You are certainly healing and or have healed. And you have had to pick yourself up by the bootstraps, dust yourself off, and you've had to put yourself back together. What was the narcissist doing after you got discarded or after the relationship ended? They just went on to your replacement, the new supply. And what are they doing now? They're probably with another new supply. Get my point? What are you doing this evening? You are becoming educated. You are becoming empowered and enlightened, and you're understanding that, yes, you were good enough in the past before you met the narcissist. You were certainly good enough when you were in the relationship. Believe me when I tell you you were. If you really dig back to time when you were in the relationship with the narcissist, think of all the resources you gave without expectations. Your time, your money, your energy, your effort, your love, all the things I mentioned on the channel. Why? Because you thought that the person you were with was going to benefit you as well. In other words, you thought it would be a reciprocal relationship. It wasn't. It can't be, and it never will be with the narcissist. The narcissist has one job, and that is to destroy, manipulate, blow up, use the smear campaign, and crush people. That's what they do. That is why there are so many people that don't have the education on the narcissistic abusive cycle that the narcissist goes off to. Remember, the narcissist, when they left you in any capacity, they went off to new unsuspecting people that don't know about the narcissistic abusive cycle. That's what they did, and that's what they always do, because the narcissist can't go back to an individual who knows about the narcissistic abusive cycle, because that person most likely now has boundaries, and they've been through it more than once, or at least once, and they won't tolerate this poor behavior any longer. But were you good enough then, now, and always? Of course you were. My hope now is that post-narcissistic relationship, if you've exited it and it's gone, it's over with, or perhaps you're still waiting to get divorced and you're just living in a different environment, you will put yourself back together. You will. And you need to understand that the narcissist saw in you what you could not see in yourself when you first met them. Play that again. Because the narcissist saw your beauty. They saw your energy. They saw your positivity. They saw your abundance. They saw the way you looked at the world. And they said to themselves, wow, if I could really get close to this one, which was you, I can extract the resources and I can keep them in the narcissistic fog, spinning around on that hamster wheel, working for me while I improve my life and I do whatever I want to do, and that person stays at home and does whatever I want them to do, as an example. That's where the narcissist wants you. They want you on the narcissistic abusive cycle. They want you in the fog, is what I meant to say. And they want you to never understand that they are a narcissist. And they want you doubting yourself. So were you good enough then? Of course you were. You just probably lost your way for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship. Are you good enough now? Absolutely. Because you're on my channel and many others, and you're getting the wisdom, the education, and you're understanding that there are millions, hundreds of millions of people just like you. Many people don't even have the education yet. As we talk right now, people are being discarded all over the globe. I know it's not a pleasurable picture to paint, but it's real. It's happening, because with 8 billion people on the planet, you would have to expect that relationships are being blown up left and right. It's just the way it works. On the other hand, there are many people like you who are putting themselves back together and understanding that they were good enough, they are good enough, and they always will be good enough. Why? Because the narcissist saw this in you. And like I mentioned, perhaps you knew that you had beauty and abundance around you, your life also. Perhaps you didn't. Perhaps it took the narcissistic relationship for you to figure this out, that in fact you had to go through this relationship to get to where you are in time right now. In other words, you didn't want to go through the relationship with the narcissist, but you had to get to this point in time. It was a badge of honor. It was a call. You had to go through the fire to become the third version of you. Remember this, again, like I mentioned on the channel frequently, there are 3 versions of you. There's a version of you before you met the narcissist, when you were in the narcissistic relationship, and post-narcissistic relationship. And my hope is you are either in the 3rd version of you or entering it or about to enter it. But understand that you were good enough then, you are good enough now, and you always will be good enough, because you see, the narcissist tried to extinguish your light. They sincerely did. And I can assure you, they tried more than once. And did they actually come close to doing so? Probably. But did they do it? No. Do you know how I know they didn't do it? Because you're watching this video. And that's a beautiful thing, because you are part of the community. You're understanding your strength. You're understanding that you are courageous, and you're determined, and you're resilient. Above all, you are beautiful, and you deserve so much more in life than to be abused. What you deserve is to be with a person similar to yourself, someone that's going to reciprocate, someone that's going to love you for who you are, and someone who is just going to let you be. Please understand that. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to belittle you. They're not going to throw rage fits at you. They're not going to abuse you financially. They're just going to let you be. And if you're you, that's great. That's what makes you you. But see, the narcissist could never be that way, could they? No, they always wanted you to be somebody you weren't, because they wanted to mold you. They wanted you to become the extension of them that you actually became. They wanted you in the narcissistic fog. They wanted you not believing in yourself. They wanted you doubting yourself. They wanted you questioning yourself. Am I good enough? Like, am I? I'm not sure. I don't know. You were, and you are. And the truth of the matter is, once you come through the narcissistic abusive cycle and rise through the ashes like the phoenix, you will see things completely different. And you'll look back at your relationship and say, my goodness, I cannot believe I did that. I can't believe I tolerated that. I can't believe. There are many things like that. And that's when you put yourself together, and that's when you've healed, by the way. But the truth of the matter is, you did it. This is what makes you you. This is part of your life. It's part of your DNA now. The narcissistic relationship is part of your history. 100%, it's exactly what it is. So before I close the video out, I want to let you know that you were good enough. You are good enough, and you always will be good enough. If you want to get back out and make new friendships, or jump back into the romantic relationships, or start a business, do it. It's beautiful. Understand that you have the power. You have always had the power. It was just taken from you for a period of time. And your beliefs and core values were definitely changed for a period of time, also because you were an extension of the narcissist. No longer is that the case. You are now living your best life. It's my hope. You are healing and or are healed. You're on the healing path, moving forward each and every day, becoming the best version of yourself. So stay true, stay stoic, and believe in yourself always. If not now, when? Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. No longer do we give the narcissist the energy, the attention, or anything. We close the chapter on them. We've moved forward. We're living our best lives. And before I close it out, you were good enough. And know that you have always been good enough. And you deserve so much more out of life than being with a narcissist. God bless you. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Good night, you guys. Bye.